Move out.
Move out.
Start your life.
Let's get it. Hey, welcome to King Swallow Love.
Hey guys.
It's a little cold in Florida today. We got on our sweaters.
It's like 64 degrees out here, guys.
I know y'all probably like really, but we've been putting our heater on. That's how we from Florida, so we cold.
Yeah, so we're getting ready for the winter weather, y'all.
The little winter that we got. So we got a request from Cat Sun on Instagram asking us to talk about the pros and cons about moving out of your parents' house.
So today we're gonna give you some pros and cons and some tips
about living on your own.
Yes.
And getting started.
Move out.
Move out.
Start your life.
Let's get it.
Guys, ask us any questions on Instagram, Twitter, or comment below.
Comment below. Anywhere. Ask us anything. My Instagram is TrendyEmily.
It's Sandra Smiles _
Yes. And then follow us on Twitter. Mine is TrendyEmily with 2 Y's.
And mine is Sandra Smiles _2, guys.
Hey.
So
let's get it.
You trying to keep me warm? Please?
Yeah, girl, I'm cold. But it actually feels good.
It does.
It's not humid, so
yeah, it's like cool air.
Yeah, finally. Okay, so the first moving out tip
is living it in your means.
Yeah, so don't get anything that you can't afford, whether you're moving in with your partner, by yourself, or a friend, roommate. You know, make sure that you can afford it, because the worst thing would be for you to move out and then have to move right back in.
Right.
And your parents gonna be like,
"Oh, your hands are cold."
Hey, let me touch your back, girl. Bro, and then you move out and then your parents like, yeah, I knew you would be back.
Right.
Knew you would be back. Hell no. Like, you ain't coming back. You know, there's some apartments that you can pay by the room, but if your apartment is like everyone pays together, you don't want to be evicted. So make sure that if your roommates don't have the money, you have it, because otherwise y'all gonna be homeless.
that's true, babe.
Yeah.
And like certain times when they do it by room, you want to ask the apartment ahead of time before you do move in and say,
is it by the room or is it all together?
Correct. So you want to make sure of that too.
Yeah. Reason why I'm like emphasizing this is because it happened to me. I remember I quit my job and then I had like a period that I wasn't working until I got paid at my new job, and I had to tell my friend, my roommate, I was like, hey, you're gonna have to spot me. But then when I got paid, I paid him back, obviously. But if that wasn't the case, if he didn't have money, we both would have been SOL.
Right.
I mean, I had Cassandra, but Cassandra probably wasn't gonna pay my portion either. we were so early in our relationship. I wasn't even trying to ask you nothing like that. Hell no.
Alright, so the first one was living in your means, but for the second one, make sure you save up, guys.
Make sure you save up like at least 3 months worth of rent. And all of your bills, like your utilities and everything. Like, make sure you have 3 months worth, and try to pay it. If you have it, pay it.
Yes.
Ahead. It doesn't matter. You don't have
to
wait. But that's key, because if you never know what's gonna happen to you. Like for me, like I quit my job that time. I told you guys when I had my roommate, I really wanted to quit, and it was like a period that I had to wait till my next job.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that, and at that time, honestly, I didn't have my portion. I didn't have that amount saved up. So that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing, to make sure that you save up for everything, for all of your needs.
Right.
And yeah. Anything you want to say else about this one, babe?
Yes, and like I'll say, like, it didn't happen for me, but like saving up ahead of time is what's key, because you can end up in that bind where it's like, oh my goodness, I gotta pay this, you know, I gotta pay it.
Yeah.
So
like moving in, definitely you want to make sure that you have that amount, but like that happened to me like 6-7 months after I had already moved in, so I was like, I didn't have nothing saved up. But you still want to make sure that always have have 3 months saved up, always. I just want to emphasize that, guys, because you do not want to be struggling. You do not want to have to sell your things. You don't want to have to be begging everyone for money, your family for money, your parents. So yeah, I think that's important. Number 3, let's find it. We like wrote a list on our phones. Stop, my hands are cold and I need you to warm me up with your warm little body.
Stay close. Now I will say, for everyone, your safety does come first. So wherever you're moving,
make sure you do some research about where you're moving to. That's it. Like, I know like some people move outside of their city when they're getting their first place, but just make sure that you look at the reviews of the apartment in the neighborhood. Like, the reviews are going to tell, like, people are going to tell you if their car got broken into. They're going to tell you if their window got, you know, thrown, a brick thrown into it. Like, they're going to tell you everything. They're going to tell you that if people's poop or like their dog's poop is all over the place and they don't pick it up. It's important to look at the reviews for your apartment.
And they'll let you know about maintenance also.
And maintenance.
That's the biggest thing. That's the hugest thing.
Like, if maintenance takes forever, they're going to tell you in those reviews.
They'll let you know.
So if you can't look at the apartment before you move in, definitely look at the reviews.
Yes.
And definitely look at what the pictures that other people post as opposed to what's on the company's website.
Correct.
The apartment website.
It'll give you more of like an insight too.
The real insight.
Exactly.
Wait, because like I know there's some like really, really, really nice apartments that they're making in a rough area. But if that doesn't matter to you, then cool. But I'm just letting you know to be aware of that. Like, they'll paint a pretty picture.
Exactly. So you can
do your research.
Do your research. Go on Google Maps. That's also a good tip too.
The street view.
The street view on Google Maps is awesome. Like, you can look, you can navigate in the area and see. So that's a good option too, y'all.
And if you can go to the apartment before, you know, of course, you know, you do the regular tour and everything, but try to go at night. Yeah, if you can.
That's also good.
And yeah. But if it's gated, obviously you can't. But try to scope it out.
Take a look and see. But if it is far away, Google Maps is
Google
good.
Maps. Yeah, you read it. Alright, so number 4 is gonna be making sure that you get or try to get like your basic things, like, you know, like shower curtain. Try to get like utensils, pots, pans, like little things like that.
Like food also is a big thing.
Like dry foods and stuff like that. Like, try to stock up, like get water cases if you can in advance and stuff like that. So that way when you move in, your apartment's not completely empty. You already have a little bit of stuff to work with. Even decor is good to like go through the months in different seasons and stuff, and you could really get some good stuff.
Right, ahead of time. Before you do move in. So just make it feel homey at first too. When you do move in, you feel like you're already at home.
Because I mean, because I know a lot of people, like, they wait till they move in and then they have to go to Walmart and go get like a bath rug and a shower curtain and everything. At least I already have like the basic stuff, like a toothbrush holder. Y'all know, like, you want to have forks and knives and stuff. You don't want to be with plastic plates and stuff when you just move in. Like, you can try to get that stuff in advance to make it a little bit easier for yourself, is what I suggest. And like I said, with decor too, we can't just go to like a decor place and get everything for our apartment at one time. No. And I have to go like different places and get little things and put them together. I think that's like a huge pro about moving on and living on your own, is that I can decorate this shit however I want to decorate it, and nobody can tell me otherwise. And anybody can come over. I can live my life, you know, can be with my baby. No rules, no regs. I make the rules, I make the regs. So I think that's a huge plus about moving on your own.
Our number 5 is, during your walkthrough, make sure like
you check it out.
Yeah, make sure everything works.
Ooh, excuse me. Make sure that everything works. Like, make sure that all the doors are working properly, make sure they all lock properly, making sure that your washer and dryer work, making sure that there's nothing too noticeable. Like, if there's any holes or stains or anything, you make sure you want to point them out so they can take care of them, or mark or notate your apartment, so that way when you move out, they don't charge you for all of those damages and everything, because they're gonna assess a lot of shit on there. So that's one thing. So make sure that when you move in, none of this is counted for you. Like, make sure that they know that, like, we had to take pictures of certain things and they had to fix a couple of things,
And
But we're gonna let them know
yeah.
because
yes,
this is I'm paying for this place.
right. So like that's very important too. So
Especially, let me just say, because Cassandra's like, for me, like, I want to point everything out. Damn, I want to point everything out. But you feel kind of nervous during the walkthrough because it's like you're moving in.
You're not wanting to say.
You don't want to.
You're
say
very
anything.
excited.
But
you
Cassandra,
will
she don't care. Cassandra's like, this. Look at this. And what about this? And I'm like, thank
because
you,
I remember like in my last apartment that like I wasn't too sure. I mean, we moved in quickly and I wasn't like as much experienced enough. So when I moved in with M, like I was like, baby, we gotta make sure everything's right.
Both of us were like, and I remember it was stuff that I noticed like when we did our walkthrough, and I was like, babe, can you tell him? It was like the maintenance manager. I was like, babe, tell him. And Cassandra doesn't care, like I said, that's why I love her.
Yeah, because
My little shy ass.
like babe said, it's something that you're paying for, and you want to make sure you're getting your money's worth.
You're getting your money's worth because they're getting their money and they don't care what you living in. So if the dishwasher doesn't work, don't be afraid to call them out on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, making sure that everything works, and that way you don't have to pay the fee, because a lot of times, especially people who are getting their first apartment, you may or may not have to put down a deposit. And if you want your deposit back when you move out, you're gonna have to make sure that the apartment is in the same condition when you moved in, or else bye-bye, say goodbye to your deposit. And they're gonna charge more on top of your deposit.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna charge for every little thing that they see.
Yeah.
So if there's any holes, you see any little tiny holes from the last person that lived there with push pins, let them know there's holes here with push pin holes. I don't give a fuck. Y'all not charging me for this.
Because the person that moved out prior, although they do clean up the apartment before you do move in, certain apartments do. But
I think every apartment should. I wouldn't be moving in there.
True.
Ew.
That is so true. Like, yeah.
But yeah, man.
So just like make sure, because they must have missed something that you didn't. So
yeah, exactly. Don't see it better than me. Like, it's my place.
right, baby.
Like, they ain't gonna care as much as you would. But then our next one is gonna be about, this is what, number 6?
Number 6.
Number 6, y'all know. Yeah. Is going to be asking questions about your visitors parking, because I know we have friends.
Yeah.
So that's important to us about visitors parking, and making sure that there's designated areas, because it would suck to get your car towed or a friend's car towed.
Because there are restrictions on how long, like certain apartments,
on how long
you can stay in visitors parking, or who can actually park, like, you know,
in certain areas. So just make sure you ask about parking in general, and parking for your own cars too. Making sure, like, if you have dogs too, like, or any pets, make sure that you ask about that stuff too in advance, about what certain breeds are allowed and what breeds aren't allowed and things like that.
And you may want to check the flooring also, if you are big on that with your pets too. You may want to check the flooring and see what they have. So like moving in would be your place, and seeing how you want it to be.
Exactly.
Especially, like, if they're pet friendly, there are fees with pets too. If when you do move in, like different fees for dogs or cats. Or,
and then if you really like care about your dog, make sure that you move somewhere that has like a dog park.
Yeah.
So your dog can have a little bit of fun and be homey, you know. Okay.
So the next one is, guys, learn how to pay your bills ahead of time before you do move out.
Yes. Funny story. When I got my first place, I came with like my cash, my deposit. Like, I came with my rent. I mean, in cash, with my deposit, all in cash. And the apartment was like, we don't accept cash. Let me tell you guys why it's a bad idea to not pay in cash in general, is because you want to have a proof of purchase. So when you pay with money order, or when you pay online, or when you pay by check or any other way, there's going to be proof that you paid. And also, because when I went, this is another story, when I was paying our electric bill, one instance was, I guess something happened to where it said that we were late, and I was like, wait, how? I definitely paid it in advance. You remember that time?
I remember time.
I was like, what? How? I definitely paid it in advance.
Get
like,
proof
what
of
the
that
hell?
too.
So then I went, and I had to struggle to find my receipt, my little receipt showing that I paid for it. And then I found it, I looked at it, and the people at the place that we went to inputted the account in wrong. Now we have to, like, I had to write down my account number, and then they had to put it into the system at the place that I went to. And so when I looked at it, I was like, hey, they put in the wrong number. I had to call them. I went up there. The lady like pulled the file. She looked at my handwriting. She's like, I am so sorry. She's like, we're gonna let like the electric company know.
And we
like,
got free light for like 3 months, guys.
yeah, right. I wish.
We wish.
Because they played me.
Honestly.
Trying to put some late thing on my, I was like, oh no, this is not going on my history.
If you want to play online, or you can also get a money order. Like, babe, like when I first like got my first apartment, I had no idea how to write a money order, and that was the only thing they accepted. So writing like you can like take pictures, like take proof, and like also it'll help you out too.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if you Google how to fill out a money order,
exactly, right,
you know, or how to pay a bill, like it'll be on there. So do your research, or ask your family members who are experienced on getting you familiar with paying bills. And also, before you move in, practice doing that. Like practice putting $50 to the side, acting like you have a bill, you know.
Yeah.
Or you know, like saving little by little until you move in. I think that should be your bill right now, and then in the upcoming months until you move in, is saving a certain amount every single week until you move in, like every single week. And like we said at the beginning, like getting things for your apartment in advance too. I think that's just really key. Just practicing all of that stuff, like with the bills and everything, beforehand, so that way you'll be a little bit more prepared when you move in, because we were clueless as hell.
Yeah, that's a
well,
good
for all of
comment,
this
babe.
stuff.
Right. Because also with water, ask about water. Is it included,
Is it
in the
included
rent,
or not?
or is it separate? Exactly. So that's the big thing. We're all humans. We all pay. So
And trash, like a lot of apartments charge for trash and other like gas and things like that. So just make sure that you ask what's included in this base rent, what's not included. Some apartments even come with cable and things like that. So that's always a good thing. And then ask them, do they have any deals going on?
so that's a big thing. Like sometimes they'll be doing like giveaways, or just
they'll
to get people to move in. So
and they'll be flexible with the price, like low key, like they'll be flexible because they want people to move into their place. So, and both of you guys need to be happy. They just want their money, you need a place to live. So we're gonna have to compromise.
So just ask yourself, guys, like before you do move out, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you
to live on your own? Because I feel like the only con about moving out of your parents' house and living on your own is the fact that it's your money.
Yeah.
So the amount of time that you keep your light on, the amount of time that you run your water, all of that is taking a toll on your bank account. This isn't mommy and daddy's anymore.
This is not.
So I feel like just be careful. Like if you know that you like to eat out a lot, if you know that you like to go shopping a lot, take that into consideration when you're budgeting. And we're going to be doing a budgeting video.
Yeah, we will be doing a budgeting video on that
on
too.
breaking down how we pay our bills monthly and how we split the cost of everything and how that works in our household. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, but we are going to give you guys some insight on that too, and how we still go shopping and eat out and
How
do
we're
things.
still able to
But that's very important, that it's going to be your money, so everything is coming out of your pocket. So make sure that you can afford it. Make sure that you can afford. You know you like to live like that. You know you like to go out to eat. You know you like to have that fun. You like make sure that you can afford it.
Right. And just make sure, like, even if your rent's paid, that is the first thing. So like,
That should always be
that
the
should be the
first
first thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
So guys, please like, comment,
Oh, shit.
and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I wasn't even ready. What the hell? Hey guys. Okay, no, seriously. Guys, please make sure that you go ahead, baby.
All right. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up, and guys, please comment any question of the day.
If there's anything that we missed out, if you guys have any more questions about moving out, living on your own, please comment them
down
below.
below.
We're gonna answer them for you guys.
And in our budgeting video too.
Yeah, we're gonna give y'all more
explain, like
insight.
more thoroughly on how we budget and how we were able to move out.
Hey. All right, guys. Bye.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
Give me the tongue first.
I feel like my nose is like
Stuffy?
yeah.
We did say it was 64 degrees.
Okay.
Now people up north, hey,
They probably like, shut up.
I take my top off to you guys.
I don't know how y'all do that. I don't know how y'all do the snow. But we gotta go.
Bye.
Bye. Crazy girl.
Yeah.
go. Warm me up. Let's go. Bye, guys. Bye. Oops, they still there?